Hey everyone, it is Julie here from Center Diamond with this week's new stash. Lots of tonals this week, but those are fun too. They're just not quite as fun as seeing prints and stuff, but we have some Northcott, we've got a bunch of novelties, a couple new canvases, a few E-Cots from Robert Kaufman, and batiks and some canvas. So we'll jump right in. So the first one I have is a Ruby Star, and I need to check the name on this one again, sorry. Paper Cuts 2. This is a canvas, a teal background with a flower, natural flower with this beautiful sort of orange cayenne color. And this is a heavyweight canvas, I believe, linen cotton. 70 cotton, 30% linen, 45 inches wide. D88 on this one, and $17.95. And then Timeless Treasures is done a beautiful sort of, this is the colorway, it's called Merlot. So they've done this ginkgo leaf motif before, but not in this colorway. So it's pinks, purples, some tealy blues, some greens in there with a beautiful ginkgo leaf. D89, and these are $15.50. And then to go with that, they've done two others. One is a leafy. So the background is a mottled purple, sort of dark blue, some pink, magenta in there. And the leaves on top are sort of creamy and green. And that's D90, $15.50. And then they did this little, I don't know what this little print is. It's like there's a little dots within this sort of, I don't know, sort of organic, I don't even know, but it's purple and blue, and it does look nice with the ginkgo leaves. So that is D91, $15.50. Those are Timeless Treasures. And then I got two new to me Aboriginals. This one is Sunset Night Dreaming in yellow, and these are $15.50. These stripes run the length of the fabric with these sort of mandala things or sun-like things. And then here, concentric circles made of dots, yellows, greens, and some reds in there. Very eye-catching, D92. And this one is Gathering by the Creek, which we have in other colors, but I haven't had the burgundy before. So these are, again, stripes running the length of the fabric, and burgundy, blue, gold, purple in here, stripes. There's green in there too. D93, also $15.50. Then we have some novelties. This is Deep Blue Sea by Macour, and I haven't seen divers on fabric before, so I was kind of excited about that. So we got divers in sort of a tropical setting, because these are tropical fish. They've got a tank on, or they've got a camera. This one's holding a starfish, shame on him. Yeah, cameras or lights or whatever. Kind of fun with a little school of fish. And there's a panel, D95 for this one. This is $12.95, and then this panel goes with it, D94. That beautiful teal background. There's no divers on this, but it's all sea creatures, and there's a narwhal and a turtle and an octopus, all our favorites. A ray, which is pretty cool down there. So tealy background, and then these circle motifs in there. And I believe this is $10.50 for the panel. It's a 24-inch panel. You'd probably want to cut it up and put those in squares and do something fun with it. But anyway, very nice colors and beautiful. So there's that. Then Andover brings us Flora and Fauna. And this is a heron on a sort of a limey, greeny background and cattails in the background. We love our herons here. D96, $12.95. And then from Robert Kaufman, I've got two Bali E-Cots, and these, they do look to be like real E-Cots. So this is a little bit of a heavier weight. Not like a full-on canvas, but definitely heavier weight than quilting cotton. Red background with the E-Cot done in the blue and the white. D97. It is obviously a woven if it's an E-Cot. So, and I have two of them. So that was the red, and then we have gray, and these are stripes running lengthwise with yellow, red, white, and the blue, and that repeats over the time. This one is a skinnier bolt. D98. Both of those are $12.95. And then I've got a little home deck canvas here that's very, very sweet. It has a rabbit, and it has a bird with a nest and eggs, some strawberries over here. Very light, maybe not perfect for a bag, I don't know. You could probably put something on the bottom of the bag that would make this look really nice. But the colors are very sweet, very light, very sort of springtime. So, and this is 100% cotton canvas, and it is $12.95, D99. And then another novelty from Robert Kaufman called Things That Are Colors. This one is pink. So we have a radish, and we've got a sea anemone and a watermelon and a ham, cotton candy. Very, very cute. It makes me wish I'd seen the other things that are colors, because these are very fun. Cupcake, very fun for things to cut out and like fussy cut. So D100, and that is also $12.95. Then also, let's see, this one was from P&B, and this is also $12.95, just little kites in the sky, very cute. Hard to find kite fabric, so I brought that one in. D101, $12.95. And then from Northcott, I have Lakeside Retreat. I have two. I didn't buy the lake fabric, but I have the wood, the end of the logs, like you see on a logging truck. This one in browns, obviously, D102, $15.75. And then they did a beautiful sort of mottled sky. Hopefully you can get the detail on the color of this. This is blues, greens, and creams. It looks like a sky, and the colors are gorgeous. D103, also $15.75. Both of those are digital, obviously. And then QT is doing their hand at a cotton linen blend. And I have 3 colors of these, so they're competing with Essex. This one has a lovely hand, but it's not as beefy as Essex. You could still put it in a bag, but it's definitely not quite as beefy as Essex. These are 75 cotton, 25% linen. They are $13.25 from QT. And this one is obviously red, D104. They're all $13.25. I got 3 colors. A nice royal blue, which would be kind of nice with some of those Japanese ones that I have. Hard to find good colors in these sometimes. D105 for the blue, and this one is like an olive green. And again, 75-25% cotton linen, D106. So that's those. And then from Andover, I have 2 different tonals. I only have 3 of these. What are these called? Phantasm by Libs Elliott. So this is a Kelly green with a limey green on top of it, and it almost looks like it's fur, the way these lines are running out from it. It's very bright. Really an excellent tonal. I love these. I love all of these. This one is D107, which is a green, obviously. All of these are $12.95 on these guys. And this orange, oh my God, this orange. So this is a deep orange in the background and a lighter orange on top. It's the same line with the movement and the fur looking thing. D108 on that one. And then a beautiful purple from Libs. So we have a dark purple background, and it's almost like a lavender, but goes a little bit to the pink on this one. And so it's the same motif on that, D109. Those are $12.95. And then I have a whole bunch of the spritz from Andover. These are $13.50, and I have a whole bunch. So spritz is these bunches of dots. They're closer, like they bunch up close here, and then they get kind of spread out, and then they get closer again. And that goes through the whole range of the fabric. You got that okay? I was hoping maybe another color might show it better. But these are excellent tonals. I'm really excited to have them. D110. And I don't think they give us color names on here. No, they don't. So light purple on this one. And then we have, I think what they're going to call, I don't think it's teal. This to me looks just green. So the dots on this one are a darker green, almost look like they're a dark blue. So on this one, this is also spritz, D111. And then we have this sort of terracotta, orangey, I don't know, rust, not rust. It's definitely more toward the orange, but in the darker colors. And that is D112. Yeah, they call that O, which I'm assuming means orange. And then we have this really nice sort of buttery yellow, which is really lovely, with a darker yellow on the spritz or a darker gold. And that is D113. And then D14 is red, only it's a really deep red. Actually, the dot color is more red than this is. This is almost like a burgundy. And that is D114. And then we have the dark purple. And the dark purple is dark purple with just a little bit lighter purple on those dots. Another really good dark purple, D115. And then we've got a light blue or a lighter blue. It's certainly not pale. And again, paler blue with the darker blue on the little spritz colors, D116. And we have pink, or they're calling this light red. That is pink to me. So lighter pink and a slightly darker pink to red on the little spritz dots, D117. And then you have to have some neutral. So this one is neutral, and it's almost taupey. Hopefully you can see that color. It's definitely cream, and I want to say the spritzes, the dots are gray to taupe on that one. This is definitely not white. This is natural, and that's D118. This would make a fantastic background on a quilt, background color. And then this one is really going to be hard to see. So this one is a white background. It's probably not white if you put it right next to white, but a white background with definitely a taupey sort of a dot on that one. I have a feeling it's more of a cream when you put it next to stark white, but another great background for a quilt. So D119. And all of those are $13.50. All the spritzes are $13.50. So yeah, it's total Arama this week. Next week I'll be able to show you guys the shop hop fabric for the All Pacific Northwest shop hop. I am allowed to take pre-orders on it, but I can't give it to anybody, hand it over to them until April 1st, the first day of the shop hop. So we also have the magazine for the All Pacific Northwest shop hop, $13.95. If you're interested, you can call us. We can hold it for you here until you start the shop hop, or you can pick it up on the first day of the shop hop that you come in. That's fine too. We have plenty of them. And I think that's it for this week. So next week is the shop hop fabric. That's right. And our hours are 11 to 4. We've got a beautiful week planned here. It sounds like it's not going to rain until Tuesday, so come on down this weekend. So any questions, give us a call, 888-305-0854. And we'll see you next week with the new fabric.